Picture this, a 200-pound goat casually walking up a near-vertical wall of solid ice, with a 1,000-foot drop just inches away. How do they do it without falling to their death? The answer lies in their incredible horns and some mind-blowing evolutionary adaptations that make professional climbers look like amateurs. When most animals see a sheer ice wall, they think danger zone. But when an Alpine Ibex looks at that same surface, they see a perfectly safe pathway to survival. These incredible mountain goats have evolved one of the most sophisticated climbing systems in the animal kingdom. And it all starts with those massive curved horns that can weigh up to 15 kilograms on the males. But here's the million-dollar question. Why do they deliberately choose to climb dangerous, icy surfaces when there are perfectly good rocky paths available? The answer is terrifyingly simple. They're not climbing for sport or fun, they're climbing for their lives. During winter months, the lower elevations where ibex normally feed become covered in deep snow, making food nearly impossible to find. The solution? Head straight up to the most dangerous, inaccessible places that predators can't follow, and where the harsh winds have swept the snow away, revealing precious lichens and mineral deposits. But here's where their horn advantage comes into play. Those impressive horns aren't just for show or fighting, they're actually a crucial part of their climbing equipment. When an ibex approaches an icy incline, they use their horns as a counterbalance system, shifting their weight with millimeter precision. The horns provide extra leverage and help them maintain perfect center of gravity, which is absolutely essential when you're walking on surfaces where one wrong move means certain death. The real magic, however, happens in their hooves. Ibex hooves are evolutionary masterpieces that function like miniature climbing crampons. The outer edge is hard and sharp, perfect for biting into icy surfaces, while the center is soft and concave, creating a natural suction cup effect. This dual system approach allows them to grip surfaces that would be impossible for any other mammal. Scientists have studied their hoof structure and found that the specialized pads can actually change shape slightly to maximize contact with irregular surfaces. But the climbing expertise doesn't stop there. Ibex have developed an incredible spatial awareness that allows them to plan their routes with mathematical precision. They don't just randomly climb, they test each foothold, calculate weight distribution, and move with a fluid grace that defies gravity. Their shoulder and hip joints are remarkably flexible, allowing them to make micro-adjustments mid-step that would be impossible for human climbers. What's even more fascinating is how ibex teach their young these death-defying skills. Baby ibex start climbing within days of being born, learning through observation and practice. The mothers demonstrate safe routes and techniques, and the youngsters gradually build confidence on increasingly difficult terrain. This knowledge is passed down through generations, creating a climbing culture that's been perfected over thousands of years. The horn structure itself tells a story of adaptation. Male ibex have much larger horns than females, and while they're primarily used for dominance displays and mating competitions, they serve a dual purpose in climbing. The curved shape helps with balance, and the ridges along the horns provide extra grip points when they need to brace themselves against the rock. Researchers have even observed ibex using their horns as makeshift ice axes, digging them into crevices for additional support during particularly tricky maneuvers. Another overlooked aspect of their ice climbing success is their incredible physical conditioning. Ibex have unusually strong neck and shoulder muscles to support those heavy horns, and this upper body strength translates directly to climbing ability. Their cardiovascular system is also exceptionally efficient at high altitudes, allowing them to maintain steady breathing and heart rate even during the most strenuous climbs. The thermal regulation in their bodies is another key factor. Their thick winter coats provide insulation against the freezing temperatures, while specialized blood vessels in their legs prevent heat loss to the icy surfaces they're standing on. This means they can spend hours on frozen cliffs without suffering from hypothermia in their extremities. Perhaps the most impressive demonstration of ibex climbing skill happens during predator encounters. When wolves or other threats approach, ibex don't run away on flat ground. They immediately scale the nearest vertical surface, knowing that no predator can follow them onto the ice walls. This escape strategy has been so successful that ibex populations have thrived in areas where other prey animals have been wiped out. The next time you see footage of these amazing animals casually strolling up what looks like certain death, remember that you're witnessing millions of years of evolutionary perfection in action. Every aspect of their body, from their horns to their hooves to their muscle structure, has been finely tuned for one purpose: conquering the impossible heights that keep them safe and fed through the harshest mountain winters. What's the most incredible animal adaptation you've ever witnessed? Share your favorite wildlife survival story in the comments below and hit follow for more astonishing nature revelations.